Hey there, Sagittarius. This is your little 3-card quickie for the Saturn Retrograde 2017 by Tarot Lumination. Okay? That's for you, Sagittarius. And this could be sun or moon or rising. Okay? So, please, if you got a moment, please watch the Saturn Retrograde All Signs little 13th video because it covers the whole, like, what it's all about. I'm just going to do the reading here, okay? But to give you an idea, Saturn is in Sagittarius and it's going to retrograde there in the final, like the late 20s of degrees for the next few months over the spring and summer. And because Saturn is in Sagittarius, Saturn is in your first house, so it's all about you. I'm just going to show you a quickie thing here, if I can find it. Okay, so if this was your astrology chart, for example, Saturn would be right here in your first house, right in your face, okay? Now don't be scared, you know, Saturn is the taskmaster. They are the policeman of the zodiac, and they're coming after you, yeah. But, you know, we've been at it for a couple of years already, okay, Sagittarius? So you've probably already been doing a lot of homework on yourself, doing all the upgrades, everything that you're supposed to do as a good Sagittarius person. And because Saturn is in Sagittarius, we're going to come to the truth of the matter. The truth police are here. So what is the truth about what's going on with you, Sagittarius? You, the person, your identity, your being, the person that you see in the mirror. What is the truth that's going on here, and what still needs to be addressed? Because that's the whole point of the retrograde. It's a chance to rewind, review, revise, repair everything else that still needs repair. Like if you're building a house or something, you just don't throw it up. Every now and again, the project manager comes in and says, okay, that's great. You did the floors, the foundations, and the walls. And now we got to do the doors and ceilings or whatever, and the roof and blah, 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 all of that. But we need to go back and fix this, fix that, because the electrics didn't quite go in properly over there, and the plumbing's out of whack over here, and the foundation is a couple degrees out over there. So just go and take care of it, okay? It's just taking care of business, all right, Saturn? It's not personal, okay? So let's get into it. I already shuffled. You saw that. Just a 3-card quickie, just like we do on the live shows. No big deal, okay? So what's the situation? What's the challenge? And how are we going to deal with it, all right? It's amazing what comes up in these little 3-card quickies, you know? So what's the situation with you, Sag? Well, that just caught me by surprise. The situation might, I'm just going to run through it from different angles, okay? The situation might be, like, pretend you're taking care of business, you're taking care of your life, you're doing your schoolwork, your homework, you're taking care of your friends and family and home, everything in your whole life. You're on top of it as well as you can be, and you've done a really good job. You've already come a long way. But something is out of whack, and you might not know what it is. There might be some element of confusion that is not apparent in any way, shape, or form, and it's baffling you. You might be feeling a little wobbly, especially since Saturn is going to be right there in your first house, and then it's going to go retrograde. It might make you feel as though, like, oh, I'm a little bit like, did somebody spike my drink? Or what just happened? And that could be simply because of the retrograde itself. Now, it might be very deep and it might be very subtle, where it makes you feel like things are out of whack. That's understandable. Also, it might be that dealing with things that are not apparent right now, dear Sagittarius, could be a challenge for you because they're not very comprehensible. Because with Saturn, things tend to be very clear and they're right in your face. You know what the problem is. But when you start going into the retrograde, you might start uncovering things that are very, very diffuse or misunderstood, or you didn't even know you had a potential problem. It's stuff that, like, you might already know, I need to take care of this, I need to take care of this, and I've just been putting it off, and I'm going to take care of it. But there's other things that might come up that totally throw you for a loop that you might not have expected, okay? Don't worry about it. If it feels a little bit weird and disorienting, you can handle it. Another challenge might be, I'm not saying this is the challenge card, the situation might be that something like tuning into the really deeply intuitive part of yourself may need to happen, or you may be being like squeezed into that vortex where you have to tune into that kind of energy to figure out what the problem is, and that's not coming very naturally to you at this point in time. But don't be scared about it, okay? Don't be scared, okay? So how are we going to deal with it? What is the challenge here? I don't read reversals. This is very weird, I gotta say. I think this card's come up a couple times already, and each time it comes out, it's been reversed, which is weird to me because my deck is built to be shuffled all cards upright. So I don't know what's going on. I need to get my act together, obviously. So the challenge might be, in order to figure out the remaining parts that are still seriously puzzling you, that you don't even almost have a description for, when the truth police come along and say, Mr. Sag, you need to fix this, 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 and this, and this, and you don't even know what they are. They're pointing at things that you didn't even know existed. Okay, that's very awkward. So how do you deal with that? The challenge is kind of accepting the report card from the truth police, and then even if it doesn't make any sense, accept the card and the report anyway. Detach yourself. Don't take it personally. Allow yourself, in fact, make a decision to go into this state of mind. Put yourself in a very, very detached position of yourself where you're taking a very clear and precise look at your reality from a remote position. Like, pretend you have your own drone of you, and you're like some crazy, like, smart kid, and you know how to fly drones and all that, and you've decided, I'm going to put a camera of life on me, I'm going to put the drone up there, I'm going to send it up there, and I'm going to operate it from my smartphone, and I'm going to make the drone look down on me, because that's the only way I'm going to get perspective. And then when the drone lands, I'm going to download it all into my computer and watch the report and see what it says, because I can't figure it out from here. You need a whole new perspective, Sagittarius, and that's the challenge. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to deal with this? Because it's probably might be something that you don't really want to do. How are you going to deal with it? You trust in the fates, okay? You just freaking do it, okay? You just kind of like allow. Look at this. Actually, Sag, can you see that? Do you notice anything here? These are all major arcana. So something big is happening for you during this Saturn retrograde, Sagittarius. This is a mighty powerful situation. I'm only just noticing. Look at that. Moon, Hangman, Wheel of Fortune. Now, there's plenty of tarot readers out there. You can do your own interpretation. You can, some other readers will give you a completely different spin on it. But what I'm sensing here is that because Saturn is the planet of fate and karma, in day-to-day life, that is what is becoming evident, is that even if it might be confusing and you might have to face a very challenging process where you have to be really like send up a drone to view your own life and then review it later, that's what's meant to happen, and it's perfectly okay. Allow it to happen, because that's how you're going to tap in to your, like, in other words, you sort of kind of get this blind awakening, like, oh my God, like, it's like something was very fated here or destined here, but it took a long time to be revealed, and it's now starting to manifest as your fortune. And it is a good fortune, but it does involve doing something very unique, okay? It's really hard to do this. It's really hard to like dissociate from yourself to get that extremely high degree of perception. This is like the like the creator, the universe is asking you to be the ultimate Sagittarius. Be the wise one on the top of the mountain that can see everything and knows everything, and then you can come down and tell everybody else about it, and share all your wisdom. That's fine. But it's like we're doing a whole huge upgrade here, where to get that extra level of perspective, you're already climbing up the mountain, but you're bringing your own drone kit with you, because when you get to the top, you're going to set the drone off and it's going to go up even higher. So you're going to get an even bigger perspective. It's like you already got huge perspective because that's who you are, Sag, but now you're doing it with a massive wide angle lens through a drone that's on top. And that's how you come in to your destiny. You do it, in other words, it's a complete upgrade in your own destiny for yourself, but also for others, because we need your wisdom. So whatever it is you discover, Sagittarius, please let us know, okay? Because we really, really want to know. We're counting on you, okay? You are the wise one, all right? So please help us by helping yourself. By helping yourself and doing this service for yourself, you're not only helping us, you're helping the whole freaking universe, all right? So don't be scared. You can do it. Fly your own drone. All right. Take care, Sag.